Right now, today class is about new trends in mining industry and miners. Recently, there the demand for coal is increased very much. Thermal power plants, a need of coal on large quantity. So there is a great demand for coal for thermal power plants. Thermal power plants use coal as a raw material for generating electricity. Electricity generated by using coal is called thermal power, and where it is generated, that is called thermal power plants. So, due to this demand, Singareni Collieries Company Limited is not able to meet the demand with low productivity, which is operated with underground mining. So, Singareni Company decided to devise its plans to meet the increasing demand by shifting from underground mining to open cast mining. Open cast mining. With the open cast mining, it is possible to meet the demand and increase productivity of coal. As per this decision, Singareni collieries had set up 15 open cast minings which are run with full automatic machines, and some are with private contractors also. These 15 open cast minings where technology is used, there it also employed very few people. There the production is very much with the automatic machines, but employment is very low. And by open cast mining, coal reserves, that is coal deposits in the open cast mining, will come to end within 10 to 15 years. Then after there won't be mining in these 15 open cast minings. The coal reserves, in the sense coal deposits, will come to end by 10 to 15 years. Then after there won't be mining in such places. This is one thing, one point here. The open cast mining will exhaust the coal deposits in a short period. Nothing will be left after 10 years or 15 years instead. So open cast minings are 15 under Singareni Collieries Company Limited instead. Here is a report about open cast mining, how it will happen. The Singareni company decided to start open cast mining to meet the demands. So what happens here when open cast mining is adopted? Open cast mining in the sense what large area is undertaken by Singareni company for mining. So with that, 20,000 people are becoming homeless. Near about 200 villages are going to be affected with open cast mining, and 3,000 hectares of forest cover is affected with open cast mining. Okay, this much of loss we get when open cast mining is undertaken by Singareni company. In place of open cast mining, if they go for underground mining, by underground mining, every day 1500 tons of coal is produced. How much? 1500 tons. That is by underground mining. Understand? Whereas with open cast mining, per day 10,000 tons of coal is extracted. So underground mining will produce very much lesser coal, and the open cast, which produces a large quantity of coal at a much lesser cost. This is the information given by one officer of the Singareni company. And this open cast mining will affect much more. This open cast mining will displace thousands of families who are living in that area. Many lakhs of people will be displaced. They become homeless. Understand? Thousands of families will be displaced, and thousands of families will be homeless, which causes the livelihood of the local people. Whereas the company says that they are ready to pay the compensation to all these families who are getting loss by open cast mining. And the company also assured it will increase the forest cover in other area, as the 3,000 hectares of forest cover is going to destroy, is going to disappear by the open cast mining. Understand? Such assurances are given by the company. Understand? And at the same time, there will be an equal amount of land. That means how much area is carried by Singareni for open cast mining, the same amount of land, artificial land is created. It means that artificial hills are created. When open cast mining is taking place, they have to remove the mud where they go for open cast mining, and this mud has to be dumped somewhere, right? So with open cast mining, there will be huge artificial hills are generated with loose soil. Understand? That means we find artificial hills of mud and what to call a loose soil. Whenever the rainfall takes place, this loose soil from the artificial hills goes down, joins the river bed increases. So it leads to floods. And this mud also mixes with the underground water, and that will be polluted. Understand? What I am saying, the impact of open cast mining. By this open cast mining, rivers may change their direction of flowing. So we find that rivers getting choked, underground water is getting polluted, and that leads to scarcity of drinking water. Moreover, there will be ecological imbalance. There will be much loss to the environment. Understand? But there is a positive side that we meet the demand of coal. That means the increasing demand by industries, thermal plants would be met by open cast mining. Understand? So, what should be done? Is there any safety measures? One side protecting the environment and going for open cast mining. Understand? That is a point here. Understand? So let us find that how is open cast mining. Okay, here one example is given. We will discuss that example. Okay, in Khammam district at Sattupalli, where it is at Sattupalli, which is in Khammam district, there is open cast mining, that is called Jalagam Bengal Rao open cast mining. What we call it is Jalagam Bengal Rao open cast mining. Okay, look at this figure given here, right? It is a Jalagam Bengal Rao open cast mining. Jalagam Bengal Rao was a former chief minister of what you call undivided Andhra Pradesh. Now it is a Telangana. So before to the formation of Telangana, Telangana was a part of Andhra Pradesh. So in 73 to 78, Bengal Rao was the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh. So on his name, one open cast mining is operated at Sattupalli, that is called Jalagam Bengal Rao open mining instead. So here coal deposits were identified, and these coal deposits are tested by the company officers, and they said that coal deposits at Sattupalli would become end for 50 years. Within the 50 years, coal deposits would come to end if they go for open cast mining, which is shown in a figure 6.9. Look at this. This is a site, the figure, it is a figure showing a Jalagam Bengal Rao open cast mining at Sattupalli and stand. So here farmers have to leave their lands, right? Open cast mining will take many lakhs of hectares of the farmers. So farmers have to give up their lands, and as they are giving up their land for open cast mining, they will be compensated with another land somewhere. That is the compensation company is giving to the farmers who are giving up their lands. And some farmers would be given jobs in Singareni company. Okay, this is the method adopted by the company to compensate to the farmers who are losing their lands. So this open cast mining at Sattupalli started in 2005. In 2005 it is started. Understand? And here much of the work in the open cast mining is done by machines. different kinds of machines they use: bulldozers, motor graders, shawls, drills, water sprinklers, trip trucks, dumpers, and different trucks they use which carry the coal from mining site to the industries. Understand? Right? These all the work in Satupalli open cast mining is done by the machines. Understand? Here shawls and bulldozers are used to remove the topsoil. Okay, look at the figure 6.10 here. What do you see in the 6.10? There is a dumper. This is a dumper, and this dumper is loaded with a shawl. A shawl is removing the top layer of the soil, and that is loaded into the dumper. Understand? So everything here done with the machines. Understand? So here we find in open cast mining that they arrange roads also. Roads will be laid in open cast mining up to the bottom. Up to the bottom in the sense from the ground level to bottom, every area where mining is done, that is connected. Here in open cast mining, you will find that many of the vertical benches, what do you call vertical benches, vertical benches in the sense those are the places where mining is done. Look at this figure. I'll show you here. Dear students, this is the place where dumpers are loaded with the coal. Understand? The coal is taken from the vertical benches. These are vertical benches. Understand? Here also one vertical bench is there. It's not clear the figure. Vertical benches are the places from where coal is extracted and dumped into the dumpers using the what bulldozers. Understand? Once look at this figure. This is a top what to call of the mine. That is the ground level. Understand? This is the ground level. From this ground level, they have come up to this much of depth. Understand? Right? That means this much of a large area they created a shallow pitch. Understand? A shallow part they created this much of long area. Understand? Sorry, large area. Understand? So all this much of large area of the mud, this much of areas mud is removed and dumped somewhere. Understand? See, from the ground level, this is the ground level, my dear students. What it is? Ground level. Okay, where this is ground level. Understand? Where we live here. Understand? And from this place up to the depth, this much of depth, they removed the what mud. And where is that mud? They removed from this place, that is deposited somewhere, creating the what artificial hills. Understand? Look at this figure 6.11. What do you see? This is an artificial hill. Understand? Which is created by company, and this is the mud they removed from the open cast mining, dumped here. Okay, so many artificial hills with loose soil are created by the company. When rainfall, when rain occurs, we see that this loose soil also flows with rainwater into the low-lying areas and joins the water river. So riverbed rises, understand? So that what it may leads to floods, understand? And this loose soil, okay, when air blows, then soft dust particles from this loose soil blows with a blowing wind and creates a water dust smoke, understand? That is a harm to the water neighboring people who are living in that area, understand? So in this way we find many of the artificial hills are created by the open cast mining, understand? Here every day in the open cast mining 10,000 tons of coal is mined out from the Jalagam Bengal open cast mining. How much? 10,000 tons of coal is mined out and transported. Okay. Here, what you call there will be a series of benches in the open cast mining from where coal is extracted. Roads are laid down connecting all the benches, and coal which is extracted from the benches will be taken to the what to call coal plant, what coal uh, transporting, there is a coal handling plant, we call them what coal handling plant, understand? Coal is transported to the coal handling plant from the open cast mining, okay? And from there coal handling plant, from coal handling plant, this coal is what you call transported using the railway wagons to the power plants, to the cement plants, and to the what you call industries, understand? Where the coal is used as the raw material for different purposes, understand? So this is what you call the cement, understand? And contract workers for companies it is used, understand? Look at here there is the coal handling plant given in a figure what to call a 6.12. I'll show you that. This is the water coal handling plant, understand? From this coal handling plant, coal is loaded into the railway wagons, and from there it is taken to the factories and other industries, understand? Every day by open cast mining there 10,000 tons of coal is mined out, and this open cast mining is cost effective, means there will be high cost when they extract coal comparing to the underground mining, understand? But there will be what to call large amount of coal is extracted in the open cast mining, understand? Here open cast mining also shows impact on what to call environment also, understand? Environmental problem also will be there with the open cast mining, understand? That will be what to call taking the land near about 550 hectares of land in the open cast mining is what to call removed, that is at Lankapalli, understand? Lankapalli is a coal site there. 550 tons, sorry, 550 hectares of land is covered with the forest that has turned to barren land, okay? Nearby this Satupalli, Lankapalli is there. So Lankapalli is covered with a tree cover. So as the coal is extracted by open cast mining at Satupalli, then this affected the forest cover at Lankapalli. So 550 hectares of forest cover also turned to barren. Understand? And where the Singareni company paying compensation by adopting afforestation, that is planting the trees. Understand? And with the open cast mining, 700 people are working in this open cast mining, and 400 are regular workers in the open cast mining. Understand? How many? 400 workers are regular. Total 700 workers are there in this open cast mining. Okay, look at here. This is 700 people are working in this mine, and 400 workers are regular. Okay, so in this way we see that open cast mining, we find most of the workers are male workers only. Who are that? Male workers. Understand? So these open cast mining also operated with the private service providers. Singareni company also assigning much of the open cast work for private companies. That means, removing the what to call mud, understand, and creating the artificial hills. Such kind of work is given to the private service providers. So Singareni is working with private service providers for removing the overburden in the sense of the dust. Understand? So here, this is about what to call Singareni company and what is underground mining and how it is done, what are the dangers and safety measures they follow there, then how is open cast mining, right? And how it is done, and what are the equipments, the machines and technology they use. All this we have seen, and what is the impact of open cast mining on environment and the people. Okay,